Hi, lovely collective. Welcome. My name's Luna, and I'm an intuitive reader here on YouTube, as well as spiritual healer. Alright, so today I wanted to do a beautiful message, which I am leaving up to the Holy Spirit, Source Divine. We're only going to be using these Oracle decks today, which will be the Sacred Forest Oracle deck and the Prism Oracle deck. Sacred and Prism. So I actually have not used the Prism Oracle deck at all. I've intention charged it, cleansed it, as well as this one, but I've used this one and I have had beautiful results. This one I have not even, shuffled yet. As you can see, they're still in order. It has gold, like, beautiful gold luminescent plating on the sides. Beautiful deck. I am so excited to use it. Felt intuitively guided for it to be used specifically for this channel. So let's get right into this, guys. I want to shuffle this really quickly. Oh, these are slippery. This is gonna be fun. Alrighty. Fun. Let's see if it shuffles easier this way. Oh yeah, look at that. Seems these oracle decks prefer to be shuffled this way rather than the other. Did I speak too soon? I just want to say a quick thank you to you guys who have joined today. Thank you so much for coming to my channel and sharing your energy. And thank you to those who have been supporting my channel by liking, subscribing, and commenting. I love how I can interact with you guys, and I truly love this community. It is so beautiful, and I'm so appreciative of all of you. I would love to start booking more personal readings, and if any of you would like it, a specific personalized reading from me, check out my description box or my channel description. Either one has my email or my Patreon. Patreon offers for the last tier, for $22 a month, you will receive a whole bunch of personalized things, as well as 2 personal readings per month. So if not, I do offer 15-minute readings and 30-minute readings. So check those out if you are interested for personal readings just through my email, okay? Okay, without further ado, and enough self-promotion, sorry about that, but I do want to connect with you guys more. I genuinely love you all, so love helping. But also need to make a living, you know how it goes, all fellow tarot communities. I truly love this job. It's such a beautiful thing, and I love connecting with you guys. Alright, so let's get on with this. Time is precious. Spirit, for the collective, what do you have to say? What is it that you have to say today? For the highest good of all, angels, source, spirit guides of the highest ways, light, allow me to channel collective messages for all those who need to hear, super accurate and specific. Thank you for the protection that you give me while channeling, and the discernment that you give my viewers. Thank you so much, Divine, for all that you do. Amen. Okay. Spirit, what do you have to say? Oh, you get 2. Okay. Oh, 3. Alrighty, well then, if Spirit says so, then we must follow, right? Alright, so you first have the card of Success, which is number 34. This reminds me of, is it the 5 of Swords? It's in the tarot deck. There is a boat and a spirit leading someone out of murky waters, right? And this gave me this energy of like a spirit guide or angel for some of you, guiding the way through a dark night, right? This gives me you are being very much guided for a specific mission, towards a specific goal as well. Spirit Guardian of Autumn, Letting Go, number 35. Oh my, these came out together. Interesting. I've shuffled this many times and used it in a whole nother reading, so. Oh, that's great. 34 and 35, so it is a one after the other. I'm getting this energy of. I thought these were almost flowers at first, but it's like harvesting, right? Allowing things to fall as they will. It's like the flow state of life. Everything changes and is constantly changing. It's this energy of things change and they can be so beautiful, right? And through change, things die off, but we also, autumn is not just a time of leaves dying off and beautiful plants, transitioning to death, or not death, but hibernation. Instead, it's also a time of harvest season for crops, right? And it's that energy that I see here with the 34 to 35, right? And then we have the dragonfly spirit, which is change, guys. Did we see what's happening, right? This is so much confirmation. With number 12, a lot of illumination. What is that? Oh, it's a fish. I was confused what was down there. It was a koi fish. But dragonflies are, I don't know why I'm feeling the need to bring up, oh, there's a fairy up here. To bring up the symbolism and metaphor that, well, I don't know. Anyways, I'm just going to explain it. I'm not going to explain what it is. There was this explanation of what a dragonfly symbolizes, of dragonflies like to skim the water, right? They can really touch, dive, and go on top of the water to kind of eat insects or just kind of land on these flowers, right? They are this, they can be so close yet so far of this water, and it's almost like you touch it but you don't take it. So these are the things that I am getting personally. Now, we are going to check the Oracle deck, guidebook, for this one, as well as the others, but we're going to start with the first one that came out, which is number 34, Secret Spring Success, okay? So we can read along together if you would like, but I will be reading it out loud as well. 34, Secret Spring Success. Let's see, is everything on page? Yes. Okay. You stand behind a thicket of ferns at the edge of a secret spring. Gazing across the still water, you see a boat silently gliding towards you. A glowing light hangs loosely from its bow. The fairy of the spring floats above the boat. Her wings are radiant and shimmering. She knows that you are there and smiles at you. It's said that anyone who sees the secret spring fairy on a starry night will be blessed with success beyond measure. All things are possible. The more you honor and celebrate the success that you already have, the more success pours into your life. I want to take a quick moment to pause for a second and take a moment to express how much gratitude is really needed in our life. And this just reminded me of that. Being grateful for every single thing that we have right now. There was a thing in a cookbook that I have, and it's quotes, and it said something along the lines of, imagine you lost every single thing that you have right now and gained it back the next day. How blessed and overstatic would you feel to finally have the things back that you already have? Now, this can be as simple as your phone, right? Your family, even. Your decks, your crystals, your life, even, right? it can be, we can get so caught up in the day-to-day life that we don't stay grateful for every single moment that we have. So I just want to say that really quickly. Sorry. So it says, all things are possible. The more you honor and celebrate the success that you already have in life, the more success pours into your life. And the more you feel it, the more love, prosperity, fame, and fortune you will have. Act as if and feel as if you are wildly successful, and even more success will develop. Accept that you are already thriving, and you are the most victorious. Wait. You are, and what? Except that you are already thriving. You are, okay. And the more victories will emerge. Victories. We're gonna read that one last time. Except that you are already thriving. You are. And the more victories will emerge. If a situation seems to knock you down, get up and take a moment to explore what you learned, and then keep going. In Celtic traditions, sacred springs were magical. Water was the source of life, and in their legends, mystical beings would emerge out of the springs and later return through them. Fairy queens and mystic heroes were said to have emerged from the springs, and these sacred well springs were a place to commune with the divine. Good fortune blessed those who honored the spirit of the secret spring. The spirit of the secret spring says, success is flowing into your life. Vitality and a glowing, youthful renewal of your body are occurring. Now is the time to take action in support of your dreams. There is no need to struggle. The universe has your back. Alright, so yes, 100% there is a need for a lot of trust, gratitude as well. To honor not only every moment, but the divine source and spirit that is always around you, supporting you, guiding you. I think that's really beautiful. Sometimes we can forget how blessed we truly are, right? And we can kind of take advantage of what we have and kind of almost get into a habit of, why don't I have more? And when we live in lack, right, we experience more lack. Sorry, I have a blanket on, but that makes a lot of sense. And I'm almost getting this message of letting go now, with letting go of fears and doubts and not having confidence for what you have, right? Letting go of lack mindsets, these mindsets that don't serve you anymore, and having renewal, right? So let's see what the booklet has for the Spirit Guardian of Autumn, letting go, number 35. These numbers may be significant, by the way, so do, if you feel called to, look them up about angel numbers. Alright? So, let's read along together. Red, orange, yellow, and brown leaves flurry around you in a warm autumn wind. A small zephyr creates an upward spiral of leaves, directed by the air spirit in the dance of color and light. In the great circle of life, the trees lose their leaves in the fall, so that new growth can occur in the spring. It is a part of the natural cycle of life. Surrender. All is well. You don't have to do it alone. The Creator is at your side. Letting go can heal the need to be in control, the stress of unfulfilled expectations, the anguish of needing to decide how things should be, and the tension of wanting others to act in a particular way. These things lead to unhappiness. Letting go opens the space for relaxation, healing, and success. Of course, there are times to hold on as if your life depended on it, but now is the time to surrender. You aren't succumbing to forces outside of yourself. Instead, you are opening to your inner guidance and to your soul. When you let go, the creative forces of the universe can flow through you. Earth-based cultures recognize the 4 power points of the year, the spring and fall equinoxes, and the summer and winter solstices, had profound spiritual meanings. to those indigenous, I'm so sorry, I'm butchering that. I know how to pronounce it, I promise. Indigenous people, autumn was a time of things slowing down. It was a time of change, reflection, harvest, and preparation for the next season. The spirit guardian of autumn says, relinquish control and let spirit take over. You don't need to do everything yourself. Release whatever in your life doesn't serve you. Clutter clear your life. Simply open your heart, let go, and allow spirit to help and support you. So yeah, 100%. Surrendering is a very hard and understandably one of the most difficult things, yet the most profound at the same time, because it is so uplifting. I mean, think about how heavy burdens feel, right? How hard it is to deal with things like that. And when we do, it's this energy of deep heaviness, let's be honest. But in the way that you are going, it is free and it is light and it is full of all things divinely good, right? So allow for spirit to guide you. And all of these cards, I will 100% believe that they are saying to follow the divine, because they all have this light, right? Whether it says, it literally has the light that symbolizes to follow the divine, or it literally says surrender to follow the divine in the card. We are getting the overall confirmation. That's why I love these cards, because they're so affirmingly accurate. There is no chance to even doubt it, right? So being able to understand what the divine wants from us is one thing, and I feel like that right now is just trusting, going with the flow, allowing ourselves to fully go inward and connect in with the overflowing love, divine spirit that is within us, which is source. Okay, so let's check the dragonfly spirit change, number 12. Okay, I do want to say 12, especially 1 and a 2, or 10 and 2. These also make 3. Now there's already a lot of 3s in here, but 1 is all about like that first step into creation, what you are thinking, what you are manifesting, and 2 is like all things are happening in divine timing, right? And in this, it is a balance of 3. Now 3 symbolizes balance more than anything, but if we looked at this through 10, right, 0 specifically is about infinite possibilities, and 1-0 is manifesting infinite possibilities and infinite abundance. So it's that confirmation here that you're getting this, that you're manifesting this, you're on the right track towards your success. 4 and 5. 4 is all about being protected, so confirmation after another. 5 is about change, and as you float through change, you're becoming more and more successful within yourself. You are already so successful, but as you realize it, it just multiplies, right? So let's look at 12. Alrighty, let's go. You watch the dragonfly whisk across the surface of the forest pond with elegance and grace. Her iridescent wings and body shine in a kaleidoscope of colors, depending on how the light falls on her. She hovers, flies backwards, and even darts upside down with seeming delight. This card is letting you know that it is all right to change your directions. It's okay to change your mind. You do not need to be consistent at every turn. This is the time to put the traditions and expectations of others aside. Instead, you are called to create your own traditions. You are free to express yourself and let your spirit fly. Dragonflies are acrobats of the sky. Not only can they fly backwards, they can fly upside down and turn 360 degrees, and while looking graceful as they do so. Dragonfly spirit urges you to take on the same fearless daring. Go beyond predictable behavior. I feel like I need to repeat that. Go beyond predictable behavior. Just because something has always been done a certain way doesn't mean that it is needed to continue to be done, that it needs to be continued to be done that way. While you can't control the exact circumstances of your life, you can control what meaning you give to them. Select meanings that empower you, for this is the time to be carefree, wild, and unpredictable. Dragonflies are ancient, taking to the skies 300 to 350 million years ago. They have adapted through millennia, and thus survived when many creatures have not. These masters of change are a reminder that change will heal you. The spirit of the dragonfly says, be willing to change your perspective, and good fortune will follow. Good fortune will follow. Sometimes you need to back up to go forward. As people get older, they find it harder to change. So to activate youthfulness, be willing to make changes without hesitation. Now, there were a few things that I really wanted to bring up that I did actually affirm even later with the perspective specifically. I will get right into that, but there was something else. Go beyond predictable behavior, just because it's been done a certain way. So, I feel like this has been a very common thing where people have been doing things for a certain way, right? And we can think about this in examples of colleges, or even for me, I can only speak for myself, right? But doing tarot is not something, especially Christian families would approve of, I suppose. But this is something that I felt so intuitively guided to do, and so intuitively urged to do. I know and I feel deep in my soul that I am helping so many people as well as myself through this to heal. And knowing that is all that I need to know to continue, right? It's that trust in self, and I let go of other people's expectations. And the other thing that I wanted to speak on was perspective. Now, it spoke on, even down here, after I thought about it up here, be willing to change your perspective and good fortune follows. So it says, where is this? Select meaning. Yes. So while you can't control the exact circumstances of your life, you can control what meaning you give to them. Select a meaning that empowers you, for this is the time to be carefree, wild, and unpredictable. I feel like I almost passed by that. I don't remember reading that. That's funny. But point, we always are choosing the perspectives and stories that we tell ourselves. It is very important to understand that perspectives are things that we tell ourselves, what we affirm to ourselves. Right now, I am affirming, and I see this as I am taking a video to help another person, right? Someone else could see this as the perspective of me doing nothing good with my life, right? It is how you see perspective. And at the end of the day, no one else's perspective is what we really care about at night. So at some point, sure, we probably put other people's expectations way higher than we could have even thought about ourselves. But once we start to love ourselves and we get to the things that we really appreciate, we realize it doesn't matter, right? I want to emphasize that, like it said, dragonflies are so amazing in their nature. They can fly very extraordinarily, and they look very extraordinary compared to other bugs, right? We have to admit, every single thing, right, every creation that was ever created, all has a specific purpose, and it's all create it in a specific way that is meant to serve a specific role, right? Dragonflies are fulfilling their role. Humans all have different roles as well. Like, each dragonfly even has a different role of how to exist. Like, not only are we expressing our ways in different ways of how we look, but we express ourselves in different ways of how we act and express and what we want with ourselves, and each one is okay. It's okay to want to express differently, as long as we're expressing in a way that is kind to ourselves and good for the collective, right? As long as we are moving forward in a way that is healing and loving, I don't see why it should ever be deemed as something that we shouldn't appreciate, right? And that's the reality, is people sometimes will not understand that. They can't understand that, right? But that's okay, because the people who will and the people who do understand that it's who it's for. Okay? So, yeah. Absolutely anything else before I start pulling the Prism Oracle decks that Spirit you want me to bring up? Not being afraid of change. Sometimes, like, for example, when I'm looking at this card with the leaves falling, sometimes we don't want to lose the bright greenness of spring or summer. But then we see these beautiful colors, and it's a time to embrace even that, because we can't choose what specifics to embrace. Everything and all things deserve to be embraced and loved equally. So, as we appreciate this time of change and letting go, we appreciate even the fears that have brought us to where we are, and how they acted as stepping stones to our goals, literally. So, always have appreciation for that, appreciation for the circumstances, and again, just have so much gratitude. Yeah. So we'll pull a few of these. We are running a little low on time. We have about 5 more minutes. So let's see. Holy Spirit, what is it that you would like to say before we end this off? Isolation. Would you like to call another one? Sweetness and consciousness. These, like, white gray cards, that's nice. Okay. Want to look at the bottom deck? Death, yeah. Death is not talking about a literal death. Stop, yeah. Strength. It's talking about how we end certain behaviors, and I feel like this is that letting go behavior of finally trusting. We're letting go of our ego, and we're letting go of the need to control, and finally we surrender into what we are meant to be. So let's see. So it says, if for white cards in a reading, it is common in a sense of stillness. If you end up having mostly white cards in a reading, moving towards a sense of calm may be something that you're working on right now, or have worked on in the recent past. What do you need to know to find tranquility? So, isolation says, being isolated can feel lonely, but it can also be tremendously healing. When you are feeling secluded, it is time to learn more about yourself, a time to dive deep down into the parts of yourself that you can't reach when others are around, and learn the importance of some time alone, giving yourself a chance to heal and to rediscover yourself. Yeah, like, when we hang out with people, even that we love and boost us up, we still have the energy of them on us. We can't truly see who we are purely, right? So, as we appreciate ourselves and who we are, we get rid of everyone else's energy and call back our own, call back our power. And through that, we are able to see the true stillness of ourselves and get in touch with the divine. Let's see. So, sweetness says, this card is a signal to savor the sweet moments in life and remember them when things get rough. The small things in life are often the sweetest, but they all easily go unnoticed. Sweetness is always there if you look for it. Confirmation that appreciating every moment is something to be ecstatic about, blessed, and to understand is a miracle to even exist at this moment. There's beauty in all things around us, and sometimes just expressing that gratitude, whether it's through words, through thought, through a simple prayer, is so mood boosting and vibrationally boosting and aligns us 100% more than kind of thinking of the things that go wrong or anything else. Just have appreciation for where you are. Everything happens for a reason, I promise you that. So, we also have consciousness. Consciousness is our ability to feel and sense what is around us and within us, and to tap into a deeper universal connection. Allow yourself to go beyond yourself and your ego. Tune into this consciousness deeply as you move forward on your journey. Guys, I'm not gonna cry. You are, I promise. So this is just so much confirmation, guys. 3111 on the clock. Please look it up if you feel guided to, or for angel numbers. Confirmation that you are within me. I am within you. Everyone is connected, and the divine is in every single one of us, expressing itself through different ways. And as we accept this and take more trust into this knowing, we can, like it says, tap into a deeper universal connection. Allow yourself to go beyond yourself and your ego. The ego is definitely something that makes us fearful, and again, like I said, it is just trying to protect us, so have love and forgiveness and understanding towards the ego. It was created for a reason, but just as that, it is something to grow past. Tuning into the divine, taking stillness, and for every moment is definitely going to help aid you in this successful journey that you are on. This is a very beautiful journey that you are on, very special and divine. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and thank the universe, angels, and source for allowing me to channel such divine messages today for you. So amen, and I pray this brought you love, light, and healing, guys. I hope to see you guys again. Bye!